What a tough start for the season for the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are now 0-3 after losing to the Tennessee Titans 22-24. But the Raiders season was over before it even began, just based off history. What up, Raider Nation? Welcome to the Fair NFL channel. If you haven't already, please make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. The road to 1K continues, and that algorithm is very real. And I want to keep coming back with quality content, so I really appreciate the support. Now, I'll be honest, you can count me as one of the many Raider fans that had high expectations for this team based off the previous year's success and the offseason additions. The reality is that first-year head coaches do not have high success rate. A deep dive was written back in 2021 about the success rate of first-year head coaches. Based on the data from 2008 to 2020, 24 out of the 84 new coaches have made the playoffs in their first year with their team. That's about 28.6% success rate. The 84 coaches in the study had combined .443 winning percentage, or just about 7 wins. Even the great Bill Belichick went 5-11 in his first year in 2000. Obviously, the year after, in 2001, they went 11-5, and that started the Super Bowl run for the Patriots dynasty. So it takes time for coaches to establish their systems and get the players that they want. If you look at the past 14 Super Bowls, Jim Caldwell was the only first-year coach to go to the Super Bowl in that time span. Caldwell was definitely an exception because he was a longtime assistant of Tony Dungy, part of that offensive staff, and the roster was already set by then QB of the Colts, Peyton Manning. So Caldwell didn't have to change his systems, and everything was just set for him. He just needed a coach. A coach would need at least, in my opinion, a year before becoming a serious contender. It's not even just in my opinion. You just look at the numbers. The past 14 years, a lot of the coaches that were in the Super Bowl were literally at least had 1 year under their belt before reaching the Super Bowl. Obviously, that's dependent on the circumstances I mentioned before. That being said, the Raiders missing the playoffs will feel like a failed season based on the talent that we have. McDaniels calls the game like there's 20 seconds left and no timeouts. He refuses to stay committed to the run. The defense has been inconsistent, hasn't played a complete game yet, along with the entire team. Adams can't get any targets, and I'm starting to believe Waller's hands are made out of stone. And can someone check on Chandler Jones? Is this guy missing? Now, getting back to the coaching staff, they've been a huge disappointment so far this season, and Mark Davis agrees. After the game, it was reported that Mark Davis had a private meeting before the head coach met with the media. So there's some obvious frustration in the building, including Raider fans. But even after a tough loss, there were bright spots. Derek Carr played his best game yet, and it's right on cue, because if you guys checked out my last video, literally that last video was talking about the comparisons between this year and 2018. And how 2018 was Carr's first year in Gruden's offense, and Game 4 is when really he kind of had his best game, which is coming up against the Broncos, by the way. But he looked comfortable moving around the pocket. He even had some rushes too as well. Mac Hollins was a monster this game and has developed good chemistry with DC. And last but not least, Max Crosby was his usual dominant self. So there's definitely some bright spots. The season's not over with 14 games left, but the expectations for this team have to change, because they're not playing good football right now, and they need a win battle. And hopefully it starts next week against the Broncos, a.k.a. Donkeys. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. How do you feel about this team right now? Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.
Just win, baby.
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it.